So how many times do I have to tell you that you're the shit, that you are the shit? How many times do I have to tell you, huh? And how many times do I have to remind you the amount of times that you have hit rock bottom, that you have failed, that you have not succeeded in the way that you wanted to succeed, and you literally reinvented yourself multiple times? Don't underestimate your ability to reinvent yourself. Don't underestimate your ability to recreate a new identity for yourself on your own, organically, naturally, because your will and desire to do so sends a signal to your brain, and it is already working in alignment to that, because your heart and your brain are like synced. Desire signal to the brain, and brain's like, okay, that's where we're headed. So don't be too hyper aware on fixing yourself so much, especially fixing yourself immediately, because there's no need to put so much pressure on yourself to be perfect and to be transformed immediately and to be fixed, because you call for that, you will manifest the intensity to transform, or the pressure to transform immediately and to change and be this new person, this new perfect person, to avoid and run away from the shadow or the parts of you that you're ashamed of, that you're allowing yourself to get beaten up by, in a sense, you know, like, so what, you fail, so what, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, so what, that's okay. You have to remind yourself, hey, at least I did this. Because when you're just so wired on being so hypercritical for yourself and being more attuned to your own flaws, or how flawed you are, that's all you will see. But you have to wire yourself to how perfect you are. You have to wire yourself to how much better you get by the day, by the second. The parts of you that try, the parts of you that is still trying, the parts of you that is expanding and evolving and growing, the parts of you that is always constantly reinventing themselves and still staying true to their inner core, to who they are in here, to who they really are. The part of you that inspires other people without intending so. You know, just by you being you, just by your presence and existence. How many times do I have to remind you of that before you fucking destroy yourself and kill yourself over and over again? All because you couldn't meet your own high expectations and high standards. But those high expectations and high standards are all not your own voices. Those are all voices of other people's versions of you. Oh my god. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say for today's episode. But yeah, stay true to who you are, because you are the god of your own reality. You are the map. You are the map. You manifest. That's why you have a crazy, intense, amazing ability to reinvent yourself. And that's something I have to remind myself too, that I can reinvent myself anytime I decide to, anytime I choose to change or I decide to grow. Before I know it, by the time I get to the point of like growth, like the end of the growth, I guess, or like, but once I get to the after the transformation period, when I've grown at that chapter, at that phase in my life, I look back and I'm like, damn, I didn't think I could get here. Of course, that version of you, that smaller version of you, wouldn't think that it could get bigger, that it could get outside of this little box or circle, whatever space, orbit that it put itself. Because we choose and decide where we want to go, where we want to be. Our soul does. We just have to consciously make decisions to constantly align ourselves to our higher self. And your higher self knows that you have the ability to reinvent yourself. You hold the ability to decide your reality. Just saying. Anyways, that's it. That's all I got. I hope that inspires you. That is my gift. That is my words to gift to you, my darling. Good night.